We are less than 2 weeks away from the start of Season 3 in MLB The Show 23, and I highly suggest getting these Set 2 collection reward cards as soon as possible because you'll only be able to use these cards through the end of Season 3 unless, of course, you make one of them your wild card. So in this video, I wanted to go over how to complete the Set 2 collection just from locking in non-sellable cards, and I'll go over which programs you should be focusing on to get the most amount of non-sellable Set 2 cards. And I'll give you the exact amount of non-sellable Set 2 cards you get from each individual program, which I hope you guys can use basically to come up with a plan for how to unlock these Set 2 collection reward cards just as efficiently, as quickly as possible, because I know how much grinding, especially offline grinding, goes into finishing some of these programs. So I hope this can help you guys. And if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button. It would mean a lot. Also, subscribe to the channel. Season 3 right around the corner. So we're going to be dropping plenty of videos here very soon. But let's go ahead and get into how many non-sellable Set 2 cards there are currently in the game. And I'm going to break down how many you get from each program, as I said before. So starting off with the program that gets you the most amount of non-sellable Set 2 cards, and that is Season 2 of Team Affinity. And if we go into one of these programs here, let's just pick the random one. And as you guys know, there are the Future Stars. There's going to be 5 that you get from each division. The Captains, 5 from each division, same thing. And then same thing for the Incognito Bosses, 5 from each division. So that's going to be 15 total cards you get from each division, 6 divisions. That's going to be 90 total Team Affinity Season 2 cards right there. So then if we want to stick with some of the programs that give you a ton of Set 2 non-sellable cards, we'll look at the Tops Now programs. We'll start off with the May Tops Now program, which actually gets you 44 non-sellable cards, which is like pretty good amount. I mean, that's half of Team Affinity, and if we think about how long Team Affinity takes, this is a good amount of cards right here. Moments, you know, good amount of moments, but moments are easy. And then missions, just going to take a little bit of time, but otherwise, these programs are super easy and definitely worth your time for sure. That's the May one. The June one only has 35. There's still going to be another week of cards, so 35 from June and 44 from May. Same thing for June, as you guys know at this point, you know what the Tops Now programs are, but a ton of cards in these Tops Now programs, definitely worth knocking out in my opinion. Another program that I think is worth your guys' time is the May Monthly Awards program, which doesn't take too long. You know, it takes a little bit of time, but it's not awful, and it will get you a total of 20 Set 2 non-sellable cards, right? So this is, it's pretty simple, right? I'm sure most of you guys have completed this already, but if you haven't, I would suggest doing so because it is 20 cards. That's a lot of cards just from this, and it'll, you know, take you a day or two to complete probably, so not too bad right there. But then if we move on to the next program I'm going to go over is the newest program, which is the Future Stars program, and it has a total of 17 cards, which this grind's going to take probably more than, you know, like the May Monthly Awards, I would imagine. Actually, I'm not totally sure about that. It's probably the same, maybe slightly longer. And it's going to get you just 17. So not too bad. That's a decent amount of cards, right? 17, but it is a little bit of a grind. Speaking of a grind, the Father's Day program, I would just avoid. I would not even do this program if you want to spend your time doing other stuff. If you want to just complete all the programs, go ahead, complete this one too. But I would not prioritize this one for sure. It has 8 cards, and the grind is just brutal. I'm still not even done with it. I'm going to finish it this weekend, but man, it's a rough grind right here. You know, you tallying 5,000 PXP with just these hitters from the program to get 7 stars is brutal. I mean, it's not a fun program. It's a lot, and it's 8 cards, which is like less than half of all these other ones I've been talking about, like the monthly awards, the Future Stars, so not even worth it. The Kaiju, you're going to get a few more cards. You're going to get 12 non-sellable cards from the Kaiju, and yeah, so I would prioritize pretty much every other program over the Father's Day, including this Kaiju, including the next one I'm going to talk about, which is the Incognito, which also, similar to the Kaiju, will get you 12 non-sellable cards. Now moving on to the Season 2 XP reward path, and there are a few different packs with set 2 cards in them, right? We got the Incognitos, the Kaijus, and the Bosses. So there's going to be 4 Incognitos and 4 Kaijus that you can get. However, only 2 Incognitos and 2 Kaijus are actually going to be non-sellable. So bringing up the total from the XP reward path of 4 total non-sellable cards, because again, the Bosses, obviously you can sell, but just 2 Incognitos, 2 Kaijus each will be non-sellable. So that's going to be 4 from there. But let's shift our focus to the online modes right here and some of the online programs. Let's go ahead and start off with the ranked program, which if we go into right here, there are 4 cards, all of which are non-sellable that you will get from the ranked program. Also, I'm going to show you guys in a second, you can also complete the co-opt ranked program, which will allow you to unlock 4 more cards, right? So you're going to be able to get it from the solo, you're going to be able to get it from the ranked, which means if you do all of that, you will get 8 cards, all non-sellables. And I believe there have been 2 ranked programs so far this season, meaning there's been a total of 16 non-sellable cards from ranked programs that you have been able to obtain at this point. And then there's BR, which if you guys are just trying to grind non-sellable set 2 cards, would not suggest BR, because as you guys remember, there's only one non-sellable set 2 card, right? So there's just this one at 100 stars in the program. All the other cards you get along the way are core cards, and there have been a couple programs of BR for this season. So there have been a couple non-sellable cards you can get from BR, but you know, again, it's not worth your time, right, if you just want those non-sellable cards. But then moving on to the events, there is the Event Rewind Pack, which will contain 1 non-sellable card, and you can get this per event, right? So there's probably been around 4 or 5 events so far this season. Let's say 4, because I don't know the exact number. It's something like that. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's 4. But if you get up to 5 wins, you will get that extra card. So 4 non-sellable cards probably in total that you've been able to get from these, and all you need is 5 wins, right? So 5 wins is not too bad for an event. Should just take you a few, you know, it depends how good you are, obviously, but just a couple hours or whatever it might take you to get that. And then brand new in the store are the 6 non-sellable cards from this London series pack, and it's only in the store for a few more days. So highly suggest getting these because you're paying 0 stubs for 6 non-sellable set 2 cards. This is going to help a ton of you just, you know, maybe get that first or second boss, right? Set 2 collection reward player, the Randy, the Hank Aaron, whoever it is. This is going to be clutch for a lot of you, I know. But then also there was that one free Lou Gehrig card that was in the store a few weeks back. So counting that towards the total number of non-sellable cards as well. And then we still are missing a couple set 2 non-sellable cards, and those are the couple cards you get along the way from completing the set 2 collection, like the Gossage right here at collecting 95 cards, and then the David Ortiz for collecting 130. I'm counting those towards the total number of non-sellable cards, just because you will get those along the way to your first set 2 collection choice pack. So adding up the total number of non-sellable set 2 cards in the game right now, there are 273 non-sellable cards that I talked about in this video today, and that's enough to get you the first 2 set 2 collection choice packs and also get you pretty close to that final set 2 collection choice pack. And as far as what you should be focusing on grinding, and I touched on this before, but I would focus on the May and June Tops Now programs and also the May monthly awards program also after you do that, because these are just going to provide you with really the most amount of set 2 cards for the least amount of time spent grinding. And if you're, when you're not working on these programs, I would suggest putting your time and attention towards Team Affinity if you haven't already, because, completing those Team Affinity conquests and showdowns and moments and progressing in those programs will just give you a ton of non-sellable cards on top of all those Tops Now and monthly awards cards. And like I said earlier, I would definitely recommend unlocking these set 2 collection reward cards as soon as you possibly can, since Season 3 is right around the corner. And after Season 3 is over, you're not going to be able to use these cards anymore. So you want to unlock them if you want, you know, if you want to use them, you should unlock them as soon as possible, so you can, you know, just get as many games in with them as you can. And it's kind of crazy to think, but I think the only other non-sellable set 2 cards that are going to be coming into the game will be the new Topps Now players coming on Friday, June 30th, which should be another, you know, around 8 to 10 players, bringing that total number of players up to around 280 non-sellable cards. So just keep that in mind for how you want to approach trying to complete the set 2 collections. And if any of you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything I went over, go ahead and drop those down in the comment section. And if you guys did enjoy the video, I would appreciate any likes on the video and also subscribe to the channel. But otherwise, this should be it for the video. I really do appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end of this one. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.